A new concern at the hands of a would-be hacker, targeting helicopters and small planes.
Every day something else is being exploited.
All of it having to do with what's called the Controller Area Network, or CAN bus as it's sometimes referred to. It's a system of wires that allows instruments in an aircraft to basically talk to each other. That system found to be vulnerable by cybersecurity researchers.
That could be a pretty dangerous thing if somebody had bad intentions in mind.
It's rather sophisticated. Someone would basically need access to an aircraft to install a small device that would then alter critical flight information, such as speed, altitude, and engine readings.
Plugging something into the network that connects the avionics together, and then it could be possible to feed false data to the instruments.
Jonathan Stone is the Chief Technology Officer for Kelser Corporation, an IT company in Glastonbury. He's been a helicopter pilot for 20 years, so he understands the issue from both sides. Taking us up with Northeast Helicopters in Ellington, a professional would most likely notice errors between instruments in the event of a hack, but it's not always a guarantee.
If you were flying in instrument conditions where you couldn't see and were totally dependent on your instruments and they were giving you false information, that could result in a disaster.
The degree of difficulty to make this happen is high, but doable, which is why a cyber and infrastructure agency within the U.S. Department of Homeland Security issued an informational alert over the summer. All of this information, and you're probably wondering what can be done to prevent it. Well, that could be summed up in two words: physical security.
The low-tech thing is the most effective. It's keep the aircraft secure, keep track of who's around them, make sure they're locked up and unauthorized people don't have access to them.
Many of the operating systems in these smaller aircraft are older, and updating the technology to prevent an attack isn't necessarily an option, which is why airports need to keep every plane and helicopter under lock and key.
If you can get to something, there's more likelihood that something will go wrong.
Reporting from Ellington, Brian Spiros, News 8.